Okay, we're going through the Indian of the Simchas Pesach Shoeva. Yesterday we finished off with the tremendous physical feat of the Kahanim, the Pirchei Kahanim that ascended at least 50 amas high to these 4 candelabras, and they would go ahead and put in the oil. And the fact that it went straight up was considered a fantastic feat. We're continuing, and we said that the light of these menorahs lit up all Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim, Tana Amid Aleph, Isha Haisa Nun Gimel Amid Aleph, Nun Gimel Amid Aleph, 53a. Isha Haisa by Revis Chitim La'or Shal Beis Hasho Eva. The woman, they would be able to be borer, the chitim, they were able to go ahead and do borer and chitim using the or of the Beis HaShoeva. But Taisus points out, how can you have enough from Hegdish, right? The not lightest of Hegdish. So Taisus says it's not that they did do it, but physically they would have been able to do it. It was so it illuminated so far. Nun Gimel 53. Nun Gimel Amid Aleph. Okay. Tanarabban Chasidim v'Anshe Ma'isa, they would go ahead. Yeah, maybe do that. Chasidim and Anshe Ma'isa, they would go ahead and they would perform feats. They would juggle. Yesh Mem Oimrim, and they would say Shiras v'Shishbachos. What would they say? Ashrei Yelo Detenu Shlei Baisha Esik Naseinu. Fortunate are we when we were young? It's not embarrassed in our old age. Elu Chasidim Anshe Ma'isa. In other words, they were good throughout their whole lives. In their youth, they didn't do anything in their youth that would bring them embarrassment when they get older. V'yesh Men Oimrim, there are those that said, Ashrei Ziknusai, fortunate is our elder age, Kipra Es Yeladeseinu. It was Mechapa, the Averis we did when we were young. And Elu Balei Tshuva, these were the Balei Tshuva. Elu ve'elu, whether they were Chasidim or Anshe Ma'isa or Balei Tshuva, Oimrim, Ashrei Mishlei Chata, fortunate is the one who doesn't sin, Umished Chata, and the one who did, Yoshev v'Yimcho. Like Tanya, Amru Lahu Azaken, he said regarding Hillel, Kishayu Sameach, B'Simcha Beis HaShoeva, when he would go ahead and be performing by the Simchas Beis HaShoeva, Omar Kain, he would say the following: Imani Kan, if I am here, Hakol Kan, then everyone's here. Vim Eini Kan, and if I'm not here, Mi Kan, who is here? Now, on the surface, that seems to be a very bit of a bravado statement to make. So let's see Rashi. How Rashi learns over here. Imani Kan, Hakol Kan, Doirish Hoyel Rabin. He darshened to the mass. That they should not be chayt in the name of Hashem. Imani kan, meaning hakol kan, kol zman shani chafetz bebayis hazeh. All the time that I need, meaning HaKadosh Baruch Hu desires the existence of this bias, v'shchinasi shuruya bay, and my presence will dwell in it. Yehi kvoidoi kayim, the covenant of the Mikdash will be. V'yavoy hakol kan, and everyone will come here. Then techtu, but if you sin, v'asalish shchinase, and then I remove my shchina, mi yavoy kan, who would come? So based upon that, it would be very geschmack, right? He's not speaking about himself; he's speaking about HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If the shchina is there, then a kol kan. If I'm not here, there's nothing here. So in the Sefer Shir Mitzvim Be'alacha, he brought down from a Meira Arik, who wrote a Sefer Tal Torah. Guys, let's do geschmack and pshat. We learned in Masechta Yuma that the people were one of the nisim that transpired in the Beis Hamikdash was oimdim tzfufim umishtachvim revachim. They stood, fellas. They were gekvetched, right? We said ad kadei kach. They floated on other people because they were so gekvetched, and they would come all in front of the Oil Moed, and they bow down, right? They'd come all in front of the Oil Moed, and they would bow down. And we said that mishtachvim revachim. We said it was an unbelievable feat, right? So we see now when the HaKadosh Baruch Hu is there, there's no limitation to physics, guys, right? The laws of physics. So, guys, listen to Pshat. Listen to Pshat, guys. Listen. Imani Khan, says the Meir Arik. If I'm here, meaning the Shekhinah is here, then Hakol Khan, everyone will be able to fit in. Everyone will be able to fit here. Why? Because, again, the Shekhinah is there, and we're not limited to the physical dimensions of size. Right? There was the Oren didn't have it, and it didn't take up space. The people standing didn't take up space what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted. So that's a very unique shot in Hillel's words. If I'm here, then Hakol Khan, everyone could be here. Meir Arik, I saw in the Sefer Shir Mitzvim B'Halacha Geval Pshat. Okay, we're up to Nun Gimel Amid Aleph. We're about 10, 13 lines down. Who are you, Omer? Kol Makom She'ani Oyev Sham Ragli Malichnasei. Kain L'Makom She'ani Oyev Shal Ragli Malichiasi Im Tovi Al Beisi Ani Aveisecha. I think we have to change the gears over here. Let's see Rashi. Look at the Bach. Im ata tovei al beisi. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, "Malkum sheni oyev shon ragli malichi." The place where I want to go, my feet will take me. Im ata tovei al beisi, says the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, if you come to my house, and you have I'll come to your house. Mata loy tovei al beisi, if you don't come to my house, and you live al beisecha. Shnema b'chol makom asher aska shmi. Any place that my name is mentioned, obey alecha v'articha, I will come and bless you. Afu Royal, the girl's famous mission in Avos, Hillel Azakin saw a skull at Safal Paimayim, who was going ahead and it was floating on water. Amaloi told the skull, Al the Atef Atfuch, because you killed others, you would drown. And those who drowned you tufan, they will be drowned, they will be killed. Rabbi Yochanan, Raglui the bar inish araven bay, the feet of men, they are guarantors. La asa de mitvoi tamon. The place where you're supposed to go, they're going to take you. Not in a good way. In the end, a person is going to go in the place where he has to be, and that's where he has to be. You always hear the stories, right, of people being saved. They missed the bus, they're the sleekers, 9/11. Those are the good stories. Then there's the stories that the guy rushed to make the plane, the last guy on the plane, and the plane went down, right? So again, and then they say, well, you would have missed the plane. No, shot is that where you're supposed to be, you're going to be. Rabbi Simcha during World War I, he didn't leave. The German army were attacking in Latvia. They were overrunning the city. He said, as long as the minion here, I'm staying here. They said, about being killed. He said, every bullet's got its name on it. And it was Hanitati Kushoy. There was two Kushim. Rashi says they were black is beautiful. I don't know if they were black. They were beautiful people. They would go ahead and serve Shlomo. And we have the names. Ali Chayrif v'Achia. B'nai Shisha, the sons of Shisha Seifim, the Shlomo have. He describes the Shlomo. Yumachad one day, Chazi l'malach hamavis. Shlomo saw the malach hamavis. Davi Kotzev that he was said. Shlomo was busy, right? He's always busy with the malach hamavis, these stories, and he saw what he was said. As we're going to see, the malach hamavis is setting up. Amalei, Amai Atzi. That's why you said. So Amalei, the kaboy minei hani tati kushoy the Yosvi. I need this guy. I'm supposed to take these guys. I can't get him. So the Yasi Hocha Masrinu l'Sirim. So what does Shlomo do? Masrinu l'Sirim. He gave him over. Rashi says the demons. Shlomo also. So the demons, and he wanted little tfitzas aderech, and shadrinu l'mechuza the luz. He wanted the malachim to get the luz because the malachim avis has no shlita in luz. He wanted the mechuza the luz, but of course we know shchivi. He got them. L'macha chazim malachim avis that b'kabakas he was dancing. Amalei amay b'dichas. Why he's so happy? Amalei ba'asad the boy minoi tamon shadrisan. I had to get him over there. I know we're getting over there, but you took care of it. We had the same Gemara somewhere else, right? Right, yeah, we had a similar Gemara where maybe in the brachas, right? Miyad pasach shloim v'ama raglui the bar inish iner avei la'asa the mitvoi taman mavili yasei. Where are we supposed to go? That's where you go, and that's what's going to happen, and you're going to be taken. So that's another statement. Amulava Shimon ben Gamliel kishoya sameach simcha beis hashoeva. When he was sameach beis simchas beis hashoeva, hayanoitel shmoina avukos shel or. He would take 8 torches of fire. V'zorik achas v'noitel achas. He was able to go ahead and juggle ve'ino gazu bezu. And this is a world record. They say in the Guinness Book of World Records, the most is 7. So this is 8. That what you wouldn't hear from Rabbi Yaakov Bienenfeld, another very famous guy, Yaakov Bienenfeld. The bean, you know the bean? Yeah. What? No. He said that the world record of torches being juggled is 7, and this is 8. Huh? This is 8. I have a nephew who does 4 very nicely, but that's it. When he would bow down, he would put his 2 thumbs in the ground. He would bow down and kiss the floor. And stand up. No one's able to do this. This is Kida. We spoke about Kida. Levi did Kida. We're going to see in a second. He got crippled as a result. Some type of physical acrobatic strength using your thumbs. And Levi Achi Kida Kamed the Rebbe. Levi performed Kida in front of Rebbe. Again, this is a certain type of ishtachava the itla, and he became lame as a result. Fed the Gemara of a Hagar Malay. Is that what caused him to be lame? Person should go ahead and speak to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in a derogatory manner. Shari Adam Gadol Latich Dvarim Klapei Maila. The Itla, there was a person who spoke in a very derogatory way towards the Kodesh Baruch Hu, and who was that? Levi, and that's why Itla. And for the Gemara, so how can you tell me it's because of Kida? And for the Gemara, Havar Garmalei, each one what caused them. Each one caused them. Rashi brings that. Or the shore is down, get the knife out. It's once you spoke at Klapi Maila, you did Kida, boom, you got it. Levi having a Matayel Kamed. Again, the Rashi brings that the Gemara in Tainus will see that Levi spoke about Kodesh Baruch Hu about bringing rain. Right? He spoke in a very strong manner. That was and that was not a good thing. However, Levi was very talented. And Levi having Matayel Kamed the Rebbe, Betame Sakini, was able to juggle 8 knives. Shmuel Kamei Shava Malka. This is not Simchas Beis Shuveva. Shava Malka was a Persian king. The Tanaya Mazge Chamra was able to juggle 8 glasses of wine without spilling a drop. I'm assuming that's it. What else? Right? Yeah. Abaye Kamei de Rabba. Betamnaya Beya 8 eggs. Rimi Lo Arba Beya 4 eggs. Tanya Rabbi Shubin Chananya Kishayinu Samechim Simchas Beis Shuveva. Lo Reino Shena Beinena. We never slept. Ketzad Shari Shaina in the first hour. Tamid Shal Shachar. Misham litfila, we went to daven. Misham lekarbin musaf. Misham litfilas hamusafin. Misham lebeis hamedrash. Misham lachil shtiya. Misham litfilas hamincha. Misham litamid shel bein abayim. Mikan ve'elech l'simchas beis hashuveva. So l'chayra, how can you say, he didn't sleep 7 days, he didn't sleep 6 days, he didn't sleep, whatever. Say, Ini vam Rabbi Yochanan shvua shaloi ishan shlesh yom malkan esay b'yashan la'alta. Person makes a shvua that he's not going to sleep. Right? Go ahead and give Malchus right away if he says he won't sleep for 3 days, because it's not possible. So how can they go 7 days without it? Elachi kamar like ta'amnu tam shena. We didn't have a geshmaka sleep. We were sleeping on each person's shoulders. We didn't lie down to sleep, but they were just. Again, we saw yesterday before the drawing of the water, they had the simcha. The simcha started the night before in the Beis Hamikdash. And it lasted the whole night until the Kriyas Hagever, until they went to draw the water. That's what we said yesterday. It's not like they drew the water and there was the simcha. It began the night before. The first night after Sukkot was only 1 day. That night after Sukkot, right? They didn't go to the pizza store to wait in line in pizza time. They went ahead and they mamish. They went to the Beis Hamikdash and they were misameach, and that's what we're discussing. Okay, Chamesh Esrei Milos. We said there were 15 steps. And on the steps, we saw a beautiful picture. We had the Levium with a multitude of Levium with instruments, 2 Kahanim at the top. They walk down and they blow a Kriya through a Tkiya. They come down, they blow a Tkiya through a Tkiya, and then one more time they do it when they exit, because they're going towards the east. The guys are going from west to east because they're going to draw the water. They're leaving the Beis Hamikdash because they're going to draw the water. So Amalei Rav Chisda Lahu Meir Rabbanon, the Havi Kemesader Agarta Kamei. These 15 steps are connected what? Me Arman David. David Shisin, when David was digging the Shisin, Kappa Tahaima, the Tahaim came up, Uboy Lemishtafa Alman. It was going to go ahead and flood the world. David said 15 Shira Malais Varidon, and they went down. Maila means to bring up. We should say lashon of Yordim to go down. So if you look at Rashi, we met the Shisim. We said Barishis. They were created Mesheshes Mebrachis. So 3 lines from the bottom. B'shosha Kara David Shisin. Place Svirulation Mesheshes Mebrachis Nivru. And this Gemara is chaylik on that Gemara. Be Svirule and it's not chaylik Shema. Follow up, or maybe they were filled with dirt, like sroiris or pebbles. It's sarach lekrois, and he had to dig them out. So Rashi learns that this Gemara is not in conjunction with that Gemara. Okay, I found the Marsha, and I mentioned this the other day. The Marsha says it's not true, that there are 2 different shisim. The shisim that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created, that bara sheis from Sheish Shemei Bereshis, that was underneath the Mizbeach, and that's where all the wine and the water went down to. The shisim that we're discussing over here is the shisim of the walls. He wants to say it's a different part. It's a different part over here. Now, what happened over here? It's not so clear. Basically, it's a Yerushalmi. David, there was a piece of metal. There was a piece of cheres, and it basically said, "Don't pull it." And David picked it up, and the water started zooming out. Right? We spoke out. That's beautiful. It says on Daf Mem Tes, kind of a stopper, yeah. And we spoke out on Daf Mem Tes. The lashon of the pasuk is Chamuke Yerekayach Kamo Chalayim Mase Yidei Amon. The Gemara said Yidei Amon is my Umnishal Kodesh Baruch Hu. So Umnishal Kodesh Baruch Hu is not going to flood the world. It's not going to flood the world. That it wasn't, but David didn't listen, and David pulled the plug. Anyway, so we have a problem over here. It shouldn't be share malos. It should be share liyardos. So I'm gonna hoyba dachten hachikat. You reminded me. In other words, you reminded me. This is exactly what happened. Yeshashakar David Shisin kapet haima ubayl nishtam. It's going to go ahead and flood the world. Amad David. David said, "Mi ikid yada yishar lemichtav shame." Does anyone know if you're permitted to go ahead and erase the shame? Achaspa. Rashi says he wanted to go ahead, take with the shame on top of the piece of cheres and throw it and plug up the hole. He wanted to plug up the hole. So can you do that? Because the name is going to be erased. You're not allowed to erase Hashem's name. Umanach. No one said anything. Anyone who knows and doesn't say anything, his throat should be constricted. He should choke to death. Achitophel, who was David's Rebbe, made a kavachayner. By Saita, we go ahead and write the name of Hashem, write the parsha, and the name is there. We're going to put it in the water. It's going to be erased. Lasha shalom l'chalolim kulam alachas kama v'kama, that we're allowed to do that. V'kama. He made a shvur. He did. He made it. He made it. The Gemara in Makkah says that that anyone. Klolos tzaddik afilu b'chinam hiba. They bring a riot from here because Achitophel, Rabbi David say, anyone knows the answer and doesn't, this should happen to him. Achitophel gives him the answer. What happened to Achitophel? He hung himself. So again, so the Gemara brings a riot that the klolos tzaddik afilu b'chinam hiba. David said it again. It was the last place he wanted to go ahead. And he wanted to go ahead. If anyone knows the answer to this, he gave him a little incentive to go ahead and do it. Okay. You may think it's a little harsh, but it's okay. But it's okay. Yes, it's okay. We're not, but you understand, right?
Yeah.
Good. I know. Again, it appears a bit harsh. I understand. Amalei Shari. So he said it's permitted. So Kosav Shem Achaspa B'Shadla Taima, they threw it into the Taim, the Nachas Taima, Shitzer Alfei Garmidi. And it went down 16,000 amis. Kichazi the Nachas Tuva. When David saw it was down so much, Amar, Kama de Midli Tfei Mirtev Alma. The more that it rises, the more moist the earth is. In other words, the Tahaim, if it was 16,000 amas deep, the surface of the earth would be dry. The closer the Tahaim is to the surface, the more moist it is. So Omar, now here's where the Chamesh Esrei Milas come in. Omar Chamesh Esrei Milas va'asek Chamisa Alfei Gamide. It came up from 16,000 to what? To 15,000. And each time it came up 1,000. So now it's only 1,000 distance between the surface of the earth and the Tahaim. Vukmi ba'alfei Gamidi. Now it stands on by Amul Shmamina Sumches the Ara Alpha Gamidi. The time, the distance is 1,000 amas. I have a chazin the Karina Purta, the Nafik Maya. If you go ahead, you dig a little bit, the water comes out. That comes from what's called the Sulma, the ladder of Paras. But fascinating Gemara. Again, doesn't bring in the whole point of Klul Tzaddik, but it does bring in the 15th Shir Amalis. So Bobby Orbach shared with me a Kliyakar. Look, if you have your phone, guys, if you have your phone, look at your phone. I sent it out. And for those who don't, if you don't have, it's Mendy here. Okay, Mendy, you listen. Yeah, it's I sent it out today. Okay, so listen to the first part I didn't put on. It's by the Dora Mabel. It's speaking. People mistakenly think, fellas, that the Chet of Dora Mabel was Gezel. That wasn't. It says Leinechtam Gizardin El Al Gezel. The Chasimus din was Al Gezel, but the Aver was Nus. The Aver was Nus. It began and the Bereshis by Kiraba by and the Bereshis it says when that the Rabbi B'nai Yisrael, not the same B'nai Yisrael, that what happened. They took women wherever they wanted to take them. So the Indian guys of what's the name of Hashem that symbolizes a correct relationship is the name Ka. Because Ish Isha, the Akash Baruch Hu puts his name, and the only difference is what? Is the Yud and Hey. So Ka symbolizes it, right? And the whole Indian, and that's why Ka in Gematria is 15. Ka in Gematria is 15. Yud is 10, and Hey is 15. So the significance of 15. So here, V'zeu shemasik b'mesech Sukkah b'perek HaChalol daf nu gimel mabeis kishekara David hashisin bikesh hathoim lahatzef alma. But we're holding ad Amad David chamesh esrei shir amalos until David said the 15 shir amalos. V'aske lefi sheyada David shedar amabel nenshu b'tahoim rabba ba'oven aznus. David knew that the chait of the Dara Mabel was what? Was nus. Kimei tahoim mayim nistarim, because the water of tahoim are hidden. Vaz nus karu l'shloima mayim genuvim. The hainu nistarim, they're hidden. Hepik masha amar shesei mayim ibarecha. We said by drink water from your bar. Lafika kashlaya David sarach lahales at tahoim. When David had to elevate the tahoim, hayim isyare, he was scared. Shemal yedei sheyaleu yotzef oilam kiderech shenas l'Dara Mabel. He was scared that was going to happen to them. What happened to Dara Mabel, right? Al Kainama Chamesh Esrei Shir Amalos. He said Dafka 15. Lirmois Shebeschus She Yisrael Gedurim Me'arayos. In the schus that Klai Yisrael are Megadib Arayos. V'Shem Ka Misavech B'Neim, and the name Ka is stretched between them. Ninatzlu Mitahaim Rabba. They'll be saved from the Tahaim Rabba. A beautiful Pnimis HaTorah based upon a Kliyakar. Based upon a Kliyakar. Very geschmack of shot. Thank you, Bobby Orbach. Yeah. I mean, everything. That yeah, but that was. It began with normalcy. Then it yeah, for sure. Okay, but it's very good. It's very nice. Very nice. Nice to hear. White Dafka 15. It's nice to hear. Yeah. Okay. Boy. V'oimnu kahanim b'shari elyoin sheyorid. The Kahanim stood in Shar Elyon, that was Shar Nikna, fellas, and there was 15 steps. Boy, Rav Yirmiyah, they said they blew on the 10th step. What does it mean? The 10th step or the 5th step? Boy, Rav Yirmiyah, Lamaila Asiris, the Nachas Chamesh V'Koy Asara. They went down 15 to 5, which is 10. By Dilma, the Nachas Asara, they went down 10, V'Koy Chamisha, and they stood on the 5th step. That's a teku. In other words, we know they blew at the top, and they knew it blew in the middle of the step. Whether it was the 10th step or the 5th step, that we don't know. Tanrabanan. It says that the pasuk in Yecheskel, they're speaking about the Evdei by Zara, that the faces were to the east. Any Yadei Shachareim El Heichel Hashem. Don't I know that their backside was to the Heichel? El Matamad Loim Achareim El Heichel Hashem Le'Aleinu Malamit Shal Yaporim Atzmon Umatrizin Klape Mata. They defecated Klape the Heichel, and we said Anu Laka Ulaka Einenu. We are to ka, and to ka are our eyes. That's what Rabbi Yehuda said. Right? Rabbi Yehuda said, now the problem is you're not supposed to say Hashem's name twice. The Gemara in Shabbos, right? We say be quiet because it appears that you're davening to two deities. I remember saying, so how could he say Hema mishtachvim kedma. They would bow down to the east. V'anu lekah, and we are to lekah. That's one statement. V'anu lekah mishtachavim. Now ve'neinu lekah miachlois, and our eyes are expectantly to Hakadosh Baruch Hu. So since they broke it up into two clauses, one we bow down to Hashem, and two our eyes are what towards Hakadosh Baruch Hu. That's for it's permitted. Says the Mishnah. No less than 21 tekiyas in the Mikdash. Now he's going to count tekiyah, true tekiyah as what? As 3. Vein meisifin al abar shmoina. You can't have more than 48. V'chol yoim hayusham esrim bi'achas tekiyas. Each day there was 21 tekiyas b'Mikdash. Shloish le'psicha sh'arim. 3 when they would open up the doors. V'teisha l'tamid shel shachar, 9 by the tamid shachar. That's a total lot of 12. V'teisha l'tamid shel ben abayim. That's a total of 21. Uvumusafim, and on Shabbos hayom esifim v'teisha. Another that would be right. Another that would be 30. Uberev Shabbos hayom esifim sheish. That would be 36. Sholosh levatal esa'am. Not 36. This is erev Shabbos. Hayom esifim. They would add another sholosh levatal esa'am in malacha and sholosh lahavdal ben kodesh l'choil. Okay, now where do you get 48, guys? Here you go. Erev Shabbos Shabbatoi Chag Hayasham Abayim Shmoina. The Erev Shabbos that was in the middle of Sukkos. So you're going from Sukkos to Shabbos, right? Was you get 48. Shalosh lepsicha sha'arim. Count with me. Shalosh l'shara el yoin. Right? Again, you're doing the Simchas Beis HaShueva. So 3 when they opened up, 3 by Shar Niknar is 6. Shalish l'Shar Tachtoin, that's when they're leaving the Beis HaMikdash. That is what? That is 9. The Shalish l'Mili Amayim is 12. The Shalish l'Gabe Mizbeach is 15. Tisha l'Tamish Shachar is 24. The Tisha l'Tamish Abayim is 33. The Tisha l'Musafim is 42. Shalish libatel esa'am and amalacha, right? And which is what? And the shalish havim in kodesh l'chayil is 48, right? So you get a total about of 48. Now, we said the 3 that Tekiah Trua Tekiah count as 3. There is a different opinion. Masnisan like Rabbi Yehuda. Our Mishnah is not like Rabbi Yehuda. Tanya, Rabbi Yehuda Omer, hapoiches, someone who diminishes lo yifchais misheva, not less than 7. Now he holds, guys, if each set is 1, so then the math is done for you. If we hold 21, 3 into 21 is 7. If we hold 48, 3 into 48 is 16. So therefore, he holds 7 and 16. But my kamifli, what's this first machlokes? Review the savar tekiah trua tekiah achasi. It's 1. Rabbanan Sabri, no, tekiah lechud v'trua lechud. They're 2 separate things. My time in the Rabbi Yehuda. Amakra, the pasuk says utikatem trua, and you should blow it trua. So you see, tekiah and trua are the same thing. For Rabbanon, no, utikatem trua means that every trua has to have a tekiah in front of it and in back of it. Huda asa. For Rabbanon, my timer that each one is counted as 3. Dichsiv ubahakel es hakahal. When Moshe would get the people and they on the chatzaitzos, tiku v'loy sariu. They would blow and they won't do truas. If you the tekiah trua achasi, Amrachmana polig the mitzvah of it, they only do half a mitzvah, guys. In other words, you have to do both. Why are you only doing tekiah? Bishleim, if it's a set, it's not one that contingent upon the other. You could do a tekiah without a trua. But if telling me that it's one thing, has a possibility to do a tekiah without a trua. Rabbi Yehuda, holy simana ba'almud. That wasn't a mitzvah. That was just a simon that the people should come together. You know, and these the chutzots was that the people should come together. The asa. Rabbana simanu v'rachmana shavi mitzvah. It's a simon that people should get together, but it's a mitzvah to boy in the chatzotzra. So my raya is the fact that they did a tekiah without a trua shows that it's separate mitzvahs. Kamana os lahadam rav kahana ein bein letekiah trua v'lei klum. When you blow a tekiah in a trua, you don't wait. Now again, you can't do it in one breath, but you do it as close as possible. But v'lei klum kiman, it must be Rabbi Yehuda. Says a pshita, of course, Rabbi Yehuda, because Rabbi Yehuda says it has to be together because it's one mitzvah. Some other time I feel rabbanon. I might think it's I feel rabbanon. Why do you have to do it together? To exclude the dinner, the Rabbi Yochanan. The Rabbi Yochanan says, Shama teisha tekiyos b'tisha shoyis. If you hear 9 tekiyos and 9 shoyis, b'yoyim yatsa. So in other words, you could spread it out so far. So maybe the chiddush of Kahana is even like the Chachamim, you can't spread it out so far. But Rav Kahana is according to the Chachamim, not like Rabbi Yehuda. Kamash Malon, that's like Rabbi Yehuda. It's such a good Havamina. Maybe it's a Maskana. Maybe in fact also it's the Rav Kahana go in the shittus of the Chachamim, and it's to say that you can't spread it out so much. It says in Cain, Ma'ivloi Klum. Why would it say Ein Bein Tekiah L'Trua V'Loi Klum? Why is it stressing Lo Klum? Because it's one mitzvah, and you shouldn't separate between the two. Thank everyone for listening. Have a good evening.